what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the St. Thomas Dynasty here on NCAA 14. This is John J Gaming on the mic, and today we go forth and play against Ball State. They're currently 4-2 on the season, while we're 5-1. It's, this game means a lot for us because last year Ball State, they went to the conference championship game over us because we did lose at their home turf, with a backup quarterback. Granted, that's what we had to deal with. But I mean, that's just how it is, and hopefully we can take advantage as Ball State certainly is in the mix to go to the conference championship game once again. But another thing that I want to do is I want to introduce you guys to a brand new custom recruit that is going to be coming onto the squad. His name is none other than Dejaye Watson. He is a new custom recruit for the squad. You know him as a 70 overall defensive tackle, formerly known as Aaron Horn. And, Aaron Horn has had a quiet season so far. 8 tackles, 1 TFL, 1 sack. But got solid skills though, and we're still happy that he's going to be on the squad for the rest of this season as well as next season, as well as a solidified starter on this squad. Now, before I do go hop into this game, if you enjoy the content here on this channel, I encourage you to smash that like button as well as subscribe if you have to be new. Let's go ahead and take on the Cardinals from Ball State. So one of the big questions here is if our starting quarterback can actually remain healthy for the entirety of this ball game. As back in season 6 and season 5 as well, what ended up happening is that our starting QB did have to go out for the game, as we get a great throw over to Rashawn Boyd to start this game off. 17-yard gain, and it gets St. Thomas into Ball State territory right away, as Lucas Carey takes it up the gut for his first carry today for a gain of 10 yards on that one. As we go 2nd and inches, quick stick concept over to Alex Garcia, who's able to make the grab up the middle for a gain of 8 on that play right there. So here we go, 1st and 10, Antoine Johnson in the shotgun, gonna roll out to the right, gonna try to throw over to Alex Garcia, who's able to run away, get into the end zone for the first time today. Touchdown, Tommies! As Alex Garcia just runs with his quarterback on the scramble, is able to get into the end zone with ease after that. And now your Tommies hold a 7-0 lead, as the Ball State Cardinals will now come out on the field for their first possession of the game. Holmes is going to take it out to the right-hand side, nearly pick up the first down right away. Ryan Holmes is a very good running back here in the MAC Conference. Was named to the MAC All-Conference team at the beginning of the season, as he'll take it up the middle once again, this time going up for 14 before Zaire Hill makes the tackle, bringing the ball carrier down. And now again, another carry up the middle for Ryan Holmes. And, it's just one of those things, man, where we do have to take a look at our defensive philosophy. It has not been very good at slowing down the run, as now here comes Gatewood. He's going to pick up 6 yards as well. Gain of 6 on that one. But we do get him to a 3rd down nonetheless. 3rd and 6 coming up for Ball State. Let's see what they conjure up here. Quarterback calls a audible as McGuire dropping back, but look who it is. It's Joe Henry getting into the backfield. And the Cardinals did have to settle for a field goal and will be kicking back off to the Tommies of St. Thomas, where Dejaye Boyd gets the kick return, and this could be trouble. He's got elite speed down the sideline, and no one's gonna catch him. Touchdown, Tommies! As Dejaye Boyd returns that kickback 104 yards. Another touchdown for the Tommies, and a great start for this football team, man. Remember, we were 1 game away from going to the MAC championship last season, and Ball State was a big reason why they got to go instead of us going, is because our starter went down and they were over to win because of that. And now we got a phenomenal start here as we look to finally conquer this obstacle to make the road to the championship much clearer. As 1st and 10, going over the middle to his tight end and Willie Bailey. He picks up 18, taking a couple people on the ride in the process. Now here we go, 2nd and 8, couple plays later. McGuire's going to drop back. He's going to throw to the left-hand side and make a nice grab by Cornelius Moore right before getting out of bounds, but still picking up the first down regardless, as the Cardinals do get on the verge of the red zone, and they do get in there with a short catch from Willie Bailey. Gain of 5 on that play right there. So now 3rd and 5 coming up for the Cardinals as they experience the red zone for the first time today. McGuire's going to drop back the pass, throw to the right-hand side to Baldwin. Dale Garrison and company could not catch them in time, as Julius Baldwin with his first catch, he picks up a first down, keeps the drive alive. As they try to go to the left side, Joe Henry nearly gets an interception. Last drive, he did have a sack that ended their drive. That almost was the 2nd time that happened, as now Holmes is able to make Zaire Hill miss. Nearly gets into the end zone, but looks like going to be marked just shy at the 1-yard line. As now Rogalski, the fullback, goes into motion, and Holmes has a wide open path into the end zone. Touchdown Cardinals, as St. Thomas now only has a 14-10 lead going into the last minute or so of this first quarter, as Johnson going to look over to his right, scramble. He's going to try to throw it over to Alex Garcia, but Harrell makes a leaping grab and is able to make the interception. So just like that, the Cardinals are in a position to take the lead after a strong start for the Tommies, as McGuire's going to scramble, eventually brought down by Jared Odom. And now it's a 1st and 10, final play of this first quarter. Carrying up the right-hand side for Ryan Holmes, making some bodies miss, and eventually is brought down by Zach Bones, the true sophomore of this St. Thomas linebacker core. As we do get into the end of this first quarter, have a 4-point lead. But the Cardinals do look to try to take the lead here early on in this second quarter. As we go to 2nd and goal, McGuire dropping back, going to try to throw to Bailey. And Bailey is going to nearly get there, just a couple yards shy. Let's hope that our defense can make a stand here, try to hold on to this lead. 3rd and goal. Looks like tight end Bailey going into motion. This looks like a carry for Holmes, and it is! And he's in with ease once again, just could not get any penetration that we needed, as Ball State will take a 17-14 lead after being off to such an incredibly great start. As once again, the Cardinals will kick it off to Kajaye Boyd, who already has a touchdown to his name. Adrian Allen just lays somebody out, and now he's off to the races again. Only one more person to beat, and he gets tackled down by the shoestrings at the 5-yard line. Extremely close to getting into the end zone for his 2nd time today. But now we'll look to the offense here. 3rd and goal, trying to throw it short to it looks like Isaiah Thomas, but it is incomplete. And we gotta get this. We gotta get this touchdown, man. We are too close to settle for a field goal, and it works out in our favor, as Lucas Coley does get into the end zone for us. Touchdown, Tommies! And now your St. Thomas football team now holds a 21-17 lead here. As now we'll switch things back up with the Ball State offense, see if they can respond with a touchdown of their own here, as Holmes is still able to find a sliver of room, slithering around like a snake. Kevin Durant, a gain of 8 yards on that one. As here we go, 2nd and 2 for the Ball State Cardinals. McGuire is in the shotgun formation. This smells like a read option, and it is. Getting to the outside with quite ease, and is brought down eventually by Jared Odom, but not before picking up another 10 yards on that one. And so now the Cardinals moving down this field once again, turn to quite the shootout, as there's another first down and a little bit more, as Kevin Carter and Jared Odom have to push him out of bounds. Had him at the first down marker, but Zach Bones could not make the tackle. As now Gatewood going up the middle once again, picking up another first down. This rushing attack for the Cardinals has been brutal. Granted, they do not run their no huddle like they did last year, a more methodical approach this season. as they are just simply taking their time right now midway through this second quarter. It's now 1st and goal. Going to Holmes. He's got some space and does get brought down by Billy Mitchell. If it wasn't for him, that would have been another score for the Cardinals. And it leads to this 3rd and goal here. We could not get the stand last time. Maybe we'll get better luck as he decides to pass. Pull Seattle Seahawks, but it's only thrown away. And the Cardinals surprisingly settle for a field goal. I thought they would go for it, but I'm certainly not complaining, as St. Thomas still holds a 21-20 lead going to the last couple of minutes of this first half. Isaiah Thomas also making his first catch of the day for 13. So now, next play, Johnson going up the right-hand side on the read option. Able to pick up 8 more yards on that one. A decent run for our quarterback that does have quite the mobility, if I say so myself, as we do try to throw short this time to Adrian Allen. A little behind, but is able to come back and make the catch anyways. As now, 1st and 10. Johnson looking around, going to try to throw it deep for Bird, and it's nearly intercepted by Joey Bennett, but it falls harmlessly to the ground regardless, keeping the St. Thomas drive alive. As now, 2nd and 10. Going to try to throw over to Isaiah Thomas. Some miscommunication. Maybe he was expecting to throw it on the inside instead of throwing outward. And Eddie Crowder was able to make the adjustment and make the interception once again. So it leaves Ball State with an opportunity to take the lead here before we go into the locker room for halftime. As McGuire going to drop back to throw. He's going to throw to the right-hand side, finding Cody Henderson, as the Cardinals will take their first timeout of this game. As now, 2nd and 2 coming up. McGuire again, this time going to Willie Bailey, doubling it off before going out of bounds, stopping the clock temporarily. As here we go, 1st and 10 now. McGuire going over to Willie Bailey. It looked like a halfback screen, but was not quite that, as Willie Bailey was able to slip out and pick up 9 more yards as a result of that. As now, 2nd and 1, McGuire going to the left-hand side, over by Kevin Carter, and if Cornelius Moore did not go out of bounds, he was legitimately at an opportunity to get into the end zone, but instead, they're just a 1 yard away. As now McGuire, he's looking, he's going to find Cornelius Moore, who set them up with that field position and get into the end zone. Ball State now with a 27-21 lead here in this first half, and honestly should be a lot, not that close. Ball State dominating total offense, still with less than 100 yards today for St. Thomas, as Jared Odom's going to take it down the sideline. He's going to get across midfield. So now St. Thomas has phenomenal field position to work with once again. Only with 28 seconds left in this first half. Let's see what we can do here, as Johnson going to try to throw to the right-hand side over to Isaiah Thomas. Was winning his corner route, but just not a good enough throw to make something happen. As now Johnson going to go to Isaiah Thomas once again, winning his route again on this drive. His second catch of the day. As Antoine Johnson's going to move his troops to the line quickly. He's going to dump it off to Rashad Bird, who's able to find the first down marker and pick up 12 yards on that one. Still with only 14 seconds left in this first half. Let's see if we can make something shake here, as Johnson going to go short to Alex Garcia and is forced out of bounds. Only 10 seconds left, though, before the end of this first half, so we have 2 plays tops if we're quick about it, as Johnson's going to scramble around, make something happen, and does decide to throw it away. So we still have one more opportunity to get into the end zone, so long as we're quick. Don't want to come away with no points. If we have to, we can settle for a field goal, but we certainly won 6 points. As Johnson, he's going to go in there. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Tommies. As Antoine Johnson makes the option play work, and we will go into the locker room with a score of 28-27, with St. Thomas currently up ahead. Should be an exciting game here that we got going here for the second half for sure. So the table is set for the second half. We might see a changing of the guard. Ball State going to the MAC championship game last season. Can St. Thomas finally beat Ball State and, open up an opportunity for St. Thomas to go to a championship game potentially in conference play? But first, we got a Ball State possession to work with here, though. 3rd and inches. Going to bring Zaire Hill down to try to make an extra man in the box. As McGuire has all the time in the world to throw and finds Willie Bailey upfield for a massive gain. His 9th catch of the game. An unstoppable force so far. As now, 2nd and 7, a couple plays later. Going to throw it short, this time to Robert Harris. Billy Mitchell does make the tackle, though. And now here we go. Let's see if we can get a stand for our defense here. 3rd and 3 coming up as McGuire. He's going to go up the middle. DJ Watson was there, but just could not bring him down in time, though. And now Gatewood is, going to keep his drive alive. Full 5-yard gain right there. As now, 3rd and 6. McGuire in the shotgun. Free line set to the left. McGuire dropping back. Going to try to throw to his right. And it's nearly intercepted by Tyler Graham. And so the Cardinals will settle for a field goal and are down 30-28. The Tommies are. As the Tommies will take over. And Antoine Johnson's lit up like a Christmas tree. But thankfully is able to get back up and continue playing. Thought that was going to be the moment where we're going to lose our starting quarterback for a 3rd straight season in a row against these guys. We've had bad luck with QB injuries against these guys the last couple of seasons. And now, 1st and 10. Johnson looking. Going to try to throw short to Isaiah Thomas, but he has to stop. Little off rhythm there. And now I'm going to try to run it again. Like the matchup on that side. And this time it does work. Isaiah Thomas able to make the catch moving forward for a gain of 7 yards on that play. So here we go. 3rd and 3 coming up here. Antoine Johnson ready to try to sell this play action. 3rd and 3. Johnson going to scramble to the right. Fouts about running, but he sees Isaiah Thomas breaking the cap on the defense. As Isaiah Thomas does his role in the play action, the defense sucked in on the running ability. And then able to throw a great ball to Isaiah Thomas. Get it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tommies. And an interesting play call coming up here. Going to go for 2. I don't think it's necessary, but we'll do it anyways. But Lucas Coley gets it to the end zone for us for the 2-point conversion. As we do get a studio update with Wisconsin going on the road to play against Purdue. Purdue playing the #1 team of the country on notice. Currently down 10-3. As now we'll cut things back to the St. Thomas football game. As we do force a 3 now on our previous possession. So now we're back on the field once again. As Isaiah Thomas makes another catch. This time for a gain of 15 yards on that one. As now 1st and 10. Johnson going to go and scramble up the middle. Off the read option. And it's another gain of 13. Antoine Johnson really starting to find himself out there on this 1st and 10. Johnson's looking. He's going to go to Alex Garcia for a gain of 6 yards. Now 2nd and short coming up here. Going to go ahead and give it to Lucas Coley. Little ground and pound action from the early St. Thomas days. As Lucas Coley does pick up a gain of 7. Moving into the red zone once again. Love to get a touchdown right here, right now. So we can go ahead and make this a 2-possession game as Coley does get to 10 toes down. A 7-yard gain on that one. Hopefully we can finish it off right here on this drive or play. But Johnson gets lit up, but does pick up the 1st down regardless. So we'll try the same thing, see if we can get to the end zone this time. As Kajaye Boyd able to get it in there, get into the end zone. Touchdown, Tommies. And your Tommies now hold a 43-30 lead as we move into the final quarter of play. We are 1 quarter away from beating the defending MAC champions. The table is set. Let's see if we can finish this game off once and for all. So here we go. All the pressure is on Ball State. They have to score here on this drive. Otherwise, things do not look very good. As Ryan Holmes is going to go to the right-hand side. He's going to nearly pick up the 1st down. That clock will be ticking regardless, though, as time is certainly not on their side necessarily, especially if they don't score here. as McGuire is somehow able to squeeze through that tiny hole. Very skinny dude. That probably worked out in his favor. As now, 1st and 10. McGuire selling the pass and handed it off to Ryan Holmes instead. For some success, picking up 5 yards on that play. As now we got a 2nd and 5 coming up. Again, McGuire dropping back, but it's not a halfback draw this time. It's a throw instead to the left-hand side over to Julius Baldwin for a gain of 10 on that one. As now Ball State moves into a 3-wide bunch set. Going over the middle two of a weak side. Cody Henderson coming from the right-hand side, going over the middle. But a couple plays later, we do get him to a 3rd and 9, though. As McGuire is going to try to drop back and pass. He's going to be incomplete regardless, though. And now it comes down to this 4th down. If they don't get this 1st down, it's not going to look good for the Cardinals. As McGuire is going to look back, he's going to find Zaire Hill making the interception. Going to try to take it out of the red zone. Probably not the greatest decision in the world. But regardless, Zaire Hill gets his 1st interception of the season finally. A guy that had 4 INTs last season is able to make it work now. As now we'll go ahead, hand it off to Lucas Coley. He breaks some tackles. I wish Alex Garcia got that one block, but it's still a great run to start the drive. As at this point, we are just simply trying to run this clock out a little bit. As we'll go ahead, hit him with play action. Johnson scrambling. He's going to take a sack, better than throwing it away. The clock will still be running regardless, though, but definitely not a sack that we wanted to take. As we'll go up the middle for Lucas Coley, who does get some of that sack yardage back. But it's still going to be a 3rd and 13. Interested to see how Walt Bell's going to play with this. As it's actually going to be a looks like a run play of the gut. Just go ahead and just try to run this clock out as Lucas Coley is well short. And Ball State will have one more chance with the ball at least. But they got to make something happen here. 1st and 10. McGuire dropping back. He's looking. He's going to get sacked by, look who it is, Antoine Black. Getting into the backfield with his 1st sack of the game. And after a few more plays, we are back at a 4th and 13. Desperation setting in for the Cardinals. As McGuire is going to try to throw it to the left-hand side. Kevin Carter nearly there for the interception. But it is incomplete regardless. And just for good measure, I'm interested to see if we can put a 50 bomb on these guys. As Kajaye Boyd, he's going to take the carry. He's in there. Touchdown, Tommies. And a statement game for the St. Thomas football team as we put up 50 points on the defending MAC champions. And that's going to be our final score here. St. Thomas is going to walk away winning this game 50-30. Definitely an exciting game, and I'm certainly happy that we came out on top for this performance. Once again, just a fantastic season that these guys are really putting together. Alright, man, so checking out the scoring summary, and it was one insane shootout. 50-30 did turn out to be your final score. It was pretty back and forth in the first half. Both of us had a pretty easy time scoring. And then that second half came around, and Ball State must have left their offense in the locker room. They only got that field goal on the first drive of the second half, but after that, it was all St. Thomas, and we were able to pull out the dub. Checking out the stats for our guys, Antoine Johnson was on his gunslinger thing, man. Johnson had 217 yards, 2 touchdowns, did throw 2 picks in the first half, but did clean it up in that second half of play. The running game didn't really get that running game going that much, but anybody that touched the ball in that run game did get a score. Johnson got a score, Lucas Coley got a score, and then also Kajaye Boyd did get 2 scores as well on the ground. Receivers, man, also, not a lot of work because we did run a lot of plays today. I guess that's kind of what I'm trying to say. Isaiah Thomas and Alex Garcia both were able to get into the end zone though. Isaiah Thomas with 6 catches for 114 yards, and Alex Garcia had 4 catches for 60 yards. The defense finally was led by Tyler Graham, and they turned it on in the second half, only allowing that field goal. Zach Bones was also not too far behind him, having 7 total tackles as well as 2 TFLs. We also got 3 sacks total today, Zach Bones being one of those guys, and then Joe Henry and Antoine Black were both able to get in there and sack the quarterback as well. Finally, we did force 1 turnover today from our All-American safety, Zaire Hill. He, got his first interception of the season. It took a little while for it to actually transpire, but hey, an interception is an interception. We're glad that it happened in the first place. We also received confirmation that 3 of our guys currently on the recruiting board did commit to the squad for Season 8. Mike Parrish, Dorian Steffens, and Brett Carter are all joining the team, all of who are solid guys that can contribute as depth right away. So next episode, we will go on the road to play against Northern Illinois, who are B-minuses across the board. We're only C-minuses, but Kurt Hershig will rock with us for right now, unless, of course, we give him a reason not to. But right now, we are balling out pretty well this season, if I say so myself. I'll also give an update to the recruiting board as well as the conference standings, so you're definitely going to want to tune into next episode. But in the meantime, if you enjoyed the content here on this channel, make sure you smash that like button as well as subscribe if you happen to be new. This is John J Gaming on the mic, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.